Along the time, people, and mainly philosophers, want to explain what's reality. And therefore, there have been a lot of different explanations for reality. And now in this video, we are going to see which are those.
Thomas shows us that our first experience of reality, the ordinary experience all men have, gives us an understanding which, though vague, is yet much more certain than anything we'll ever come to know through it. Since change is a characteristic of natural things, St. Thomas explains everything in nature, such as time, place, movers, and the move, by beginning with it. Just as he begins rightly in the study of nature, so he begins rightly in all the areas of philosophical discourse. Failure to consider natural things through their most manifest characteristic, change, has led many to think that mathematics is the key to understanding the natural world. The servant then becomes the master, an inversion we will not fail into if we follow St. Thomas.
We can also look for Descartes and his way of explaining reality. He will try to explain it by the Cartesian doubt. This is a method or doubt that involves four parts: our senses, our dreams, powerless God, and evil genius. He also uses what is known as a cogito ergo sum. The senses, according to Descartes, is a via by which people got all what they had, and they accepted all what they perceived as true or certain. However, this can also mislead us sometimes. The dreams also represent a big part of everyone, because while you are dreaming, there is no way in which you can be sure that you are, so therefore dreams tend to be normal because you can't identify if it's a dream, and so you can risk yourself in your dream. Powerless God is a God who is all powerful and that created everyone, and that maybe we are deceived and we can't perceive what is real because we took the control of our mind for a long time and we create something like illusions. The evil genius is, as I said in the powerless God, is the one that deceives us and that make us perceive things that aren't real. And finally, cogito ergo sum explains that when you doubt about something, then you think, and if you think, then you exist, and therefore you are real.
Empirism is a way in which we can get to know reality. Hume is going to be one of the main exponents of empirism. This is a philosophical school, trend, or tendency that states that the main source of our knowledge is the experience derived from our senses. We have information from the world that comes in the form of impressions and ideas, in which impressions are the things we receive by means of our contact and interaction with the world. There is a distinction between two different perceptions made by David Hume. The first is the root of all ideas called an impression, and they are described as all or more lively perceptions when we hear or see or feel or love or hate or desire or will. All ideas to Hume are just copies of the impressions of the first few times we sense something. We have to limit ourselves to our world of impressions and ideas and not to beyond this. Even of the true nature of the empirical world we can say nothing. We know only our ideas which have neither necessity nor universality in them.
According to Kant, reality can be divided into things or objects. Things as they appear, or phenomena, which constitute the immanent world of common experience, which, according to Kant, is illusion. Things in themselves, or noumena, which, according to Kant, constitute a transcendental world to which we have no empirical access, which is reality. These two sets of things or objects are necessarily different and so constitute separate worlds. We can know the world of appearance insofar as we have access to it through our senses and ordinary reasoning relative to them. But this is of necessity not the real world, since it is tainted by consciousness. The world of reality is by definition unknowable, since the senses have no access to it, and if they did, it will not be independently real anymore. Hence, we have no true knowledge and can have none.